A terrifying and surreal Monday night NFL football game. The Buffalo Bills versus the Cincinnati Bengals gave this father, Sean Sema, flashbacks to when his daughter collapsed while running on a treadmill in February of 2016.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw him stand up and then just fall right over. I thought, oh my God, I think I just watched this kid have sudden cardiac arrest.
His daughter, Lexi, was at the time 16 years old when she went into sudden cardiac arrest. That's when the heart malfunctions and suddenly stops beating. She now has a defibrillator implanted in her chest.
I was at the gym running, and while I was running, before I even hit the ground, I died. I suffered sudden cardiac arrest. So when I fell to the floor, thankfully there were people there who recognized what was going on. They did CPR, a lady grabbed an AED, shocked me back.
Lexi was flown by helicopter to the hospital, and after a couple days in a coma, she woke up. A big victory that motivated her father to successfully push for legislation to make CPR mandatory in high schools in Florida. According to the American Heart Association, more than 350,000 cardiac arrests occur outside of the hospital each year, and about 90% of people die. I asked UF Health Jacksonville cardiologist Dr. John Catanzaro about the causes of cardiac arrest.
It depends what type of cardiac arrests there are. There's cardiac arrests in patients who have what we call structural heart disease, or in patients who have coronary artery disease with cholesterol. And then there are these more rare forms of cardiac arrest where a patient is very young, their heart is structurally normal, and something like this happens.
Dr. Catanzaro watched a clip of Damar Hamlin collapsing on the field Monday night. And while no specifics about Hamlin's condition have been released, he is sharing his thoughts.
In detail on replay, when he was hit, it looked like the blunt force came to his chest, and then once it came to his chest, he went down. As anyone who received blunt force would go down. But then he got up and everything looked fine for about a second. And then all of a sudden he went back down. And just looking at that at least from what I do on a day-to-day basis when you deal with patients who have arrhythmias, usually the arrhythmia happens and it takes a second or two for that blood flow to not get to the brain, where the patient will then fall back down, or the player in this case.
In Jacksonville, Brianna Ray Turner, First Coast News, on your side.